Hi there. So, I recorded a bunch of interviews with all the guys accounting Gravestones and only realized just now that I have not recorded one for myself. So, that's what this is. My name's Graves, lead singer of Counting Gravestones, and it's been a long time coming for this, but this is the making of No Rest for the Dead, our first EP as a band. This is a conglomerate of 5 songs that we wrote as a band early on and have performed for quite a while now, but have not had the chance to record them until now. So I think I'm speaking for everyone in the band in saying that we're really excited that this is happening, and we're really excited for all of you to hear this, because it's been a long, long time coming. And yeah.
Satisfactory.
Fair enough.
Sponsored by. Just kidding.
Sponsored by.
I'm gonna censor that.
Sponsored by.
Water. I want to start things off with what is the dynamic between you and Jack, how you guys usually work, and when it comes to your writing process.
Okay, so how it usually starts is he starts with an idea, something a little simpler, nothing wrong with that, and then I would come up with some type of lead or some type of rhythm part that kind of sounds like a solo. It's just like a little pattern I would put over it. And a good example of that is in Tombstone Doors. So I believe what happened is he started with that riff. I went home, recorded a demo of that, and that's when I came up with that little rhythm part over top of it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of parts. Another example is Crooked, a bit of an older song. That one with the verse, he's got that really driving rhythm, and I've got that little lead over it. So we have a really good dynamic that way.
Yeah. No, that's a good way to put it.
So, Tombstone Doors was one of our first songs that we ever wrote with Tomo as a full band officially. Tomo had actually joined much later on. We couldn't find a bassist for the longest time, and then we wrote Crooked with him, and Facade, and we actually ended up writing Tombstone in the same vein when Tomo had just joined the band. This song's really aggressive. When I was writing the lyrics for this, I had a lot of questions. And it had a lot to do with questioning religion, and you can see, you'll be able to hear that theme throughout the song, at least lyrically. It has a lot to do with questioning the morality of religion and what the intentions are versus what is portrayed by organized religion. And I don't know really what came from that, other than it was just an aggressive song that I really thought that these lyrics fit that. And it's become one of my favorite songs that we still play today, just because it's so in your face and has such a fuck you attitude to it, and I love that.
That song, to me,
Yeah.
is kind of like our breakthrough song, you know what I mean? That's the song where our writing just started to get so much better, and everything started to come together as a band, and we realized what we were about.
Exactly.
Big time, that's how I feel. That's why it's still my favorite song. I got that love for it deep down.
Yeah.
And a little bit later on, maybe a week or two later, he had this part that kind of sounded like an intro, but I really expanded on it and made the chorus more interesting like I usually do. And then wrote a lead part over it, and that became the intro for it.
When it comes to Tombstone Doors, well, what's your favorite part? I wanted to pick your brain a little bit about each individual track.
Honestly, I'm not sure what my favorite part of the track would be. It might just be the slow intro to it.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
It's the only track that I feel like we have that has that sort of feeling that creeps into the song. Everything else I feel like just kind of starts almost.
That's fair. That's fair. No, I agree with you. There's a build up that I enjoy in that song for sure.
And when it comes to the chorus, pretty much wrote that 50-50. He wrote the starting of it, and I wrote pretty much the tail or the turnaround of it.
It was Jack and John that had wrote this guitar part, and it come to me with, you know, a very heavy verse riff, but a very, very open chorus.
That's not the riff.
And I'm like, I'd love to have some contrast in here, which is why I kind of added melody vocals as well. Don't get me wrong, I love screaming, it's fun. But I like being able to portray that I can do more than just screams. I'm not saying that screams are a bad thing. I want to, make myself as versatile of a vocalist as possible. And this song was definitely one of those songs that for sure pushed me to become a better vocalist.
Man, that was a weird point in the band.
It was.
Because we didn't know where we were going. We hadn't even played a live show yet when we wrote that song. He just joined the band because Crooked was the first song we wrote with him. We wrote that right after, and if that song wasn't written, I don't know where the band would be today.
No, the same here.
Like,
absolutely.
That's one of those songs that made me realize, like, yeah, I want to be in this band forever.
For
like,
sure.
This is going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
This is a good thing.
No, absolutely.
When it comes to the solo part, obviously we wrote our own solos.
That was it. And that's why we wait, kids.
And then there's the rhythm part. Did he write the rhythm part? I think he did.
I think he wrote the rhythm part.
Yeah,
At least for the...
just the basic rhythm
Yeah,
part.
yeah. And then you added on the climb. I don't know if you look at songs like that when you're writing a bass part for it. It seems like Jack does a similar thing, but like, what is that feeling you get like when you think of this song? What does it mean to you, I guess?
Really, I'm not sure what it would mean to me because I just enjoy playing. That's how I write my parts.
That's fair.
Just making something that's fun to play.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
If that song wasn't written, I don't know where the band would be today.
No, the same here.
Like,
absolutely.
That's one of those songs that made me realize, like, yeah, I want to be in this band forever.
For
like,
sure.
This is going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
This is a good thing.
So when you were writing that guitar part, what was like the moral of the story that was behind it for you?
When I was writing it, I was in a very, wouldn't say completely depressed state of mind. It would be more of like a angry state of mind, like angry at the world.
I think we all were.
Fuck! Gosh, stop yelling at me.
So needy, so demanding.
Yeah, dude, he's really mean to me. It's hard to work with him. He yells a lot. All the time, man. In fact, he yells.
Gosh.
Like the whole time. He's in there, he yells literally all the time. Gosh. All nice things to me, but he yells.
Yeah. Had stuff going on in life, a young kid,
Yeah.
not knowing what to do.
No, I think we all were going through our own shit.
Easily, I think one of my favorite parts of the song is just the breakdown. Jack wasn't about it at all, but I had suggested a call out. I was listening to a lot of hardcore at the time. A lot what you'll see in hardcore and deathcore and shit like that is just, call outs right before the breakdown, and I wanted to have that kind of fucking feeling, you know what I mean? So that's why I suggested, threw the idea at Jack, and he wasn't about it at first, but once we did that call out, the stuck in the labyrinth where no one can hear you scream and it just punches in, I think he was finally sold on it. But overall, yeah, that's one of my favorite songs to play just because it is so versatile when it comes to the heaviness with the clean vocals, which I think you'll see is a common theme in a lot of our music.
When it comes to the breakdown, I believe I wrote the entirety of the pre-breakdown and the actual breakdown, and then the ending I believe I wrote too. It was a little bit more on my side, but it was still a good balance between me and him writing stuff on that song.
Yeah, I remember the timing for the breakdown was the toughest part we were struggling with the most. Just that ding, 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 ding,
and the pre-breakdown used to be like a little more technical, but we just made it a little simpler.
Yeah, I think we simplified it down a little bit more, but I think it was for the better.
Oh yeah, less is more sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
The it factor for me is definitely the breakdown, because I remember when we were writing it, you were like, I want to try this call out thing, and I was like, oh, here we go. So my thinking was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be a fan, and you did it, and I was like,
it worked.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's sick,
Yeah.
That's the part of the song, because that's the first song we play every time.
Yeah.
The way the crowd really just
Where it
gets
switches.
into it,
Yeah,
it's like, wow.
You got it right here. Fuck yeah, dude, that was it.
I guess, like, when it comes to being part of this band, like, if you told that person, we're going to be recording here, making music together.
I'd believe that we'd be recording here. I wouldn't believe things would have played out exactly how they did.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't believe we'd be making music as well written as we do.
Fair.
Because in the beginning it was rough.
Fair enough.
Rough. And then out of nowhere, when Tomo joined the band, there was just a switch.
Yeah. I always get it confused.
No!
Fuck, I didn't do it.
Right!
What happened? No one did it.
Shit! I wasn't ready!